Hello, welcome Panthers fans to the Inbound Panthers Show. Today we're going to be going over, everything that's been going on the last week. It is June 1st, so there's a lot of news. There's a lot of nice little footage of Bryce Young. There's a lot of banter going on the interwebs. There's some conversations about DJ Moore and Laviska and these receivers and how they're going to fit into the offense. All that and more in the Inbound Panthers Show. Well, to start off here, follow me on Twitter, Inbound Panthers. Okay, I'm trying to build. I'm trying to get more followers. I got 66 at the moment. This is me, Cam, and To practicing. You know what I mean? I have conversations on here, and I do a lot of my research through various people on Twitter that I then follow onto their articles or onto their sports. Where if you want to interact with me, go on Twitter. You know what it is. So yeah, I'm just gonna start off going over some of these tweets, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes. Heard Bryson is looking sharp. We've got more footage from today's practice that I'll be dropping today. Follow Carolina Blitz, guys. They have great content. They have great footage of all the OTAs, camps, training camps, whatever it is, practices. Yeah. Also, I am Montifetti. Follow him. He's kind of like a, how would you call it? It's like a, there's a word for it. You know those poles they put, and then lightning strikes the pole, and then it'll strike a lightning rod. There you go. He's a lightning rod for conversation. He's always kind of trying to figure out what the current narrative is and talk about it. And he gets a lot of good engagement that way. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So, first things first, we have Frank Reich saying the Panthers are going to use Laviska, try to use him, kind of use him to the best of his abilities. And I do think Laviska Shenault has good abilities that you need to tap into. You can't just play him like he's any other receiver. See, with Laviska, you got to really... It's like, all right, he's good in short yardage situations. He's good at running over people. He's good at run blocking. He's not necessarily a route technician. He's not necessarily, a deep downfield X receiver wide out type. He's more of like a kind of a gadget receiver. He's really strong, really powerful, and he can run over cornerbacks easily, right? So you can set up screens, meshes, crosses. But let's listen to Frank Reich.
We'll continue to investigate the different roles that he can play. Obviously, even if we had this grandiose plan, which maybe we do, but I wouldn't reveal that, here or now, all the different ways you can use him. But, you look at guys like Deebo Samuel and stuff like that, and you say, well, can Laviska do some of that stuff? Of course he can. We'll experiment with some of that stuff. We'll experiment with some of that stuff and see what, some of it will get incorporated and some of it won't.
So they're trying to figure out what Laviska Shenault is about, right? I think Panther fans, we're kind of doing the same thing. I mean, when Laviska played for us, I think his first play was a screen for like 70-something yards with Baker Mayfield against the Saints. And it was like one of the few reasons our offense was notable in any way that game. We were horrible except for like that one play where Laviska came in and scored for us on like a screen. And he had been with the team maybe 1 week before that trade went down. Excuse me. So, we don't know what to expect from Laviska. We saw some from him last year, but it's hard to tell. Same with like Terrace Marshall Jr. It's hard to tell. Like, do we have players? Do they suck? Is it the lack of production because we have bad quarterback play last year, or is it that these receivers are actually no good? Now, we have a lot of potential. We have a lot of potential here in this receiving core. But that's all it is. It's potential. So, out of this 6 receivers, do I think we have a baller in there? I do. I think we already have a baller in there? I do. All right. I think Chark is a baller. Is he going to stay healthy? I don't know. Is he going to come back from his injury better than ever? I'm not sure. But he is a baller. Adam Thielen's a baller. Is he old? Yes. But he's a baller. So we have ballers in this group with like an asterisk next to him. But all in all, I think this is a talented enough group to score touchdowns, right? To make the right things happen. Are we going to get random 80-yard plays every single week? Probably not, unless TMJ absolutely steps up. But I don't think even TMJ is that kind of like deep downfield number one alpha receiver. But we'll see. We'll see. I hope so. I hope I'm wrong. You know, Mingo could be that guy. I think Mingo is a little bit more talented than the receivers we have on the roster at the moment. Maybe Chark. Chark is really the only big play receiver we have. This is a question when he comes back from this ankle surgery. Will he be, 100%? Will he play hard for us? There's a lot of questions with Chark, but at the moment, he's probably the best receiver we have. So, and this is just some updates from, the drills they're doing and the practices they're running today. Sheena Quick, also a must follow, guys. Sheena Quick, she is a mom. She's a Panthers beat writer. And she has a scoop on a lot of people. So check her out. She's a must follow if you're a Carolina Panthers fan. And so apparently Tremble's trending up. That's good. We need these tight ends to step up. A massive reason why we were horrible. Yeah, did we have bad QB play last year and the years before? Sure. Our tight ends have been non-existent. Just they don't exist, right? They'll make a catch once every 3 quarters, and that's all you'll see of the tight end. I think Ian Thomas had like one major 4th down or 3rd down conversion. It was like a 3rd and 20 with Sam Darnold. It was like, wow, that's the one play this year Ian Thomas made. And I feel like he didn't make it because he's good. I feel like he made it because the defense literally forgot we had tight ends. So they're bound to get open every once in a while because we don't use them so much that it's like the defense forgets to even guard our tight ends. So to see Tremble scoring a touchdown, I mean, I guess that's what you want to see off the fingertips. Okay, all right. I want to see more Tremble. Right now you're behind Hayden Hurst, and you don't step it up. I think, it's going to be hard to like really count on you past the season. And then we had Luke Kuechly here with Colin Jones. If you guys know, look at Luke Kuechly. He's just ripped. He's just just next level guy. Like some players get out right of the NFL and they look like Colin Jones, like respectable, in shape. But like, look at this guy, right? And then look at Kuechly. Like, this dude is still working out hard. I feel like he worked out hard this morning. Do you know what I mean? Like, no part of his game has stopped. Like, he is through and through just a tough dude. So it's good to have him as a presence in this Panthers team. I don't know if he wasn't here before because of Matt Rule. I don't know if a lot of players just didn't respect the Matt Rule era or couldn't get behind it, some of the old players. But now with Frank Reich and this like unbelievable Vander-style coaching staff, apparently now players are coming back. So that's good to see, right? That is good to see. To me, it tells us, again, there's a lot of symptoms of a good team here, right? All the media coverage we're getting about our coaching in our offseason. New players coming back, old players coming back and showing us love and respect and wanting to hang around the field. All the things we're hearing out of camp, all the things that Panthers beat writers are saying. The social media team is different now. It's better because they were saying even Matt Rule had some say in the social media team of the past 3 years, which is incredible to me, right? That a coach would even worry about a social media team. Like, you know what I mean? But in any case, things are trending up for the Panthers, and we can only hope for more. And then we have over here just some cleat heat, checking out what Bryce Young's wearing. B Money over here with talking to Unnecessary Bluntness. Proof Bryce now wearing Jordan cleats. Now all he needs a shooter sleeve. I think it would be sick if Bryce Young wears a black sleeve or something, or a white sleeve, any color sleeve, whatever. Black, white, silver. I think it'd be sick if he wears a sleeve and like that's his thing. This is a little fashion. As far as the shoes, I mean, they're cool. You know what I mean? I don't really have any kind of opinion on the fashion, especially shoes. I don't really care what your shoes look like. Now, if you're wearing an arm sleeve and that can be a part of your signature look, that'd be kind of sick. That'd be kind of dope. Okay, an arm sleeve quarterback is, you know, a little swaggy. And another tweet here: Bryce Young just put Yetur Gross Matos on skates. That's both good and bad. Where's the video? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'll be honest, guys. This is good and bad. Because we really want Yetur to prove he's that guy. Or not even that. We want Yetur to at least be a solid. How about this? We want Yetur. We don't want to regret drafting Yetur where we did. That's what we want out of Yetur. Do we need a superstar? No. Do we need you to be the most solid, you know, second D end of all time? No. Just make plays, Yetur. Just make plays for us. I'm not even asking you to be just like a consistent starter outside, right? Like opposite of Brian Burns and just be a solid starter for years. Like, I'm just asking you to make plays at this point. Like, hey, every once in a while on a third down, make something happen. Even if you're not doing very well the rest of the game, make something happen here or there to like win us a couple downs on a second half of a game this season. Something like that. I just want some plays. But so far, I haven't really seen much from Yetur. I mean, he's decent in run stopping, but a lot of players are decent stopping the run and nothing else. The guy we just drafted, DJ Johnson, I feel like he's kind of a run stopping D end. A lot of guys are run stopping D ends because it's very easy, or not easy, but it's one of the easier things to set the edge and just kind of play the run versus balancing the, you know, rushing the quarterback and then also playing the rush or playing the run. Those are two things that are really difficult to balance, and a lot of players never make it past the just setting the edge and stopping the run, and they don't want to go beyond that. They can't handle all the variables. So it's why pass rushers are so coveted in the NFL, because it's rare. It's rare to find a guy that can play the run and pass rush confidently. What does this even mean? It means Bryce Young shook Yetur's ankles, right? And I can almost picture exactly what happened. Bryce Young probably rolled out to the left or the right, wherever he was lined up. Probably rolled out, and Yetur's aggressively chasing him. And Bryce Young probably dipped a shoulder and stopped on a dime. And Yetur skated right by him, like fell on the ground. And this is good because, hey, we want to see our star quarterback be a star quarterback. And as many cool passes as he's made so far, we know Young doesn't necessarily have a running ability to get rushing yards, but he can juke people. Within the pocket, outside of the pocket, behind the line of scrimmage, he is juking people. Speak of the devil, Bryce Young throws a laser beam through coverage to Derek Wright, back of the end zone. Beautiful. It's OTAs, guys. Don't go crazy. Here we have Bryce Young. This was last week, throwing some nice passes. They're saying he's throwing a lot more nice passes. Pretty much every practice, Bryce Young is throwing nice passes. Practice has been over for 30 minutes. And the receivers are out there grinding. That's what you want to see. Hubbard is out there grinding. I hope all Hubbard does for the next 3 months is just catch. I want him catching the ball from Bryce Young, from Andy Dalton, from Matt Corral. I want them to throw really hard passes at him. I want them to throw lobs up in the air. I want them to throw passes to his knees. If Chuba can if he can be worth it for us, and like we can fall in love with Chuba because he's really decent. He's actually a decent running back. He just cannot catch the ball to save his life. Like, it is bad. So just catch. And I'm not saying he needs to become Christian McCaffrey, but just be a threat to catch the ball, right? Just be a regular catcher of the ball, not like an elite catcher. Just be able to catch the ball and run 5 yards. Like, that's all I'm asking. And I think he can do that if he just reps it out. I'm saying catching from all the QBs. If he wants to go home and just catch with his friends or his homie or his neighbor, do that. Have your girl throw you the ball 30 times a night. Go get a tennis ball, and while you're in bed, throw it up in the ceiling and just keep catching it mindlessly while you listen to a podcast, Chuba Hubbard. Just catch anything all the time forever, and I guarantee you, man, you're going to get a nicer contract. You need to, if you're a running back and you want to get paid, you need to be able to catch the ball. Okay? There's no more just running north and south or running between tackles, whatever. You need to catch the ball. A modern NFL needs a running back that can catch. That's why we paid Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders can catch the ball. Okay, Chuba? Just catch the ball. Don't worry about nothing else. You can run, catch. Just catch. And this is PFF here. It's kind of a side note because, you know, they ranked JC, Brian Burns, and Taylor Moan as the 3 players to watch. You know, this is just some article. But Moan did take a step back last season. Hopefully this season it doesn't keep regressing. Some other notable players was Derek Brown. I was going to say I think Derek Brown is a fantastic player, and he's the best player on our team at the moment. If you see him, like, he's just a great player, man. Like, 41 solo tackles, 1 sack, but that's again from the D tackle position. The way he got 40 total pressures. That's insane. That's what you want your D tackles to do, is get pressure up the middle, right? And then you have Brian Burns and whoever come and just murk your QB. But if he's getting 40 pressures and like he stops, he's amazing at the run game. Against the run game, his run defense is actually the best aspect of him, and his pass rush is not far behind. He can get hurries consistently. He can get stops consistently. That's what you want out of your... Like, he's probably our best player on the team at the moment, and he's trending up. Okay? Next year, or this year, I really think he's going to be even better. He's going to be like an elite... He's probably a top 10, top 15-ish inside defensive lineman at the moment. Top 10, I'll say. I think he can get to top 5 next year if he keeps improving the way he's been improving. He took a massive leap last year. So, yeah, I hope to see that. But anyways, guys, I don't want to hold up any longer. This has been Panthers, Inbound Panthers. I wanted to show some more videos of Bryce Young making some passes here. There really weren't many. Let me see if I can find it. See, a lot of people are talking on Twitter right now about they're talking bad about DJ, because ever since DJ got traded, Panthers fans were like, you know what? He wasn't really that good. He wasn't really that good to begin with. I think it's just a matter of, you know, you break up with somebody and you're like, you know, you don't want to admit that she was good to you. Right. This is the same with DJ. We broke up with DJ, and now we want to act like we didn't like him the whole time. We love DJ, man. He was underrated. He played with horrible QBs. Is he the top 5 receiver, top 10 receiver? I don't think so, right? But let's not talk bad about it. He gave us the best years, some of the best years of his career, and he sacrificed those years for not even mediocre QB play, right, from this guy. But like actual horrible QB, like the worst QB play in the league, and he gave us 1,000-yard seasons in those horrible years. Granted, last year he didn't, but last year was just, I mean. But in any case, it's been Inbound Panthers, guys. Have a good one. Stay safe.